When the rain finally stopped, the neon lights on the soaked street, they started to breathe again, slowly fading into calm. The droplets that fell from the tip of my umbrella disappeared, and silence wrapped around the city like a truth I wasn't ready to hear. I kept walking the path we used to take, following the traces of warmth you once left behind. All the words I couldn't say rose up to my throat and scattered into the night, leaving nothing but a blurred expression covered by the rain. Even after all this time, moments like this make me feel as if you're still standing beside me. Your silhouette returns in the cool air of dawn, quiet but unmistakably real. In this place where I stopped, your breath still lingers like a soft wind passing by. The warmth that faded long ago shimmers like a trembling light. And the moment when the rain stopped, your name still hangs on the edge of my mind. Echoes of the feelings we lost drift through the damp around me. Even if I can't go back, I still hold the memory of who we were. If I had said it just once more, maybe this night would have been different. Through the fog window pane, the trembling city lights ripple like waves, and within them I still see the way you smiled at me. I told myself I moved on, but when nights like this unfold, my heart spills over. Before I even notice the words I left behind at the end of that street, the feelings I never dared to voice. On nights when the rain finally clears, they return to me, every one of them. For someone else it's just another quiet night, but for me it's the hour when your memory refuses to fade. The rain may have stopped, but everything is still filled with you. The colder this dawn air becomes, the clearer your name feels, echoing through the silence like a moment that won't return. In the moment when the rain stops, the place you left behind shines brighter than before. The memories that soak my heart rise again and slowly shake me. Even if time won't turn back, I'm still standing in that night. Every piece of what faded calls out to me in this quiet dawn, and unable to forget the sound of it, I think of you once more. After the rain had cleared, the neon lights on the wet streets began to scatter softly across the ground, like reflections in shallow puddles. The moments we shared slowly rise back into the night. The name I thought I buried long ago blooms again between those trembling lights. And whenever I stop walking, it feels like the two of us are standing here once more in the place we left behind. In this damn quiet air, when I trace the warmth you left, your voice returns to me like a flickering light above the street. In the echoes of neon, your fading shadow still lingers in my heart. Words I never spoke shine again like broken pieces of light. Even though I know I can't hold you, I walk back to that street tonight, quietly breathing in the last traces of you. It's of you. Whenever the lights outside my window tremble the moment you walked away, cuts through my mind like a repeating scene. That narrow alley we used to wander fills with you every time the rain stops. Somewhere deep inside me, unfinished sentences flow like a fog I still can't clear. And all the feelings I hid turn sharper under the neon glow, like truths I can no longer ignore. Why does your name shine brighter when the night grows silent? In this cold air after the rain, you return to me, clearer than ever. In the echoes of neon, I try calling out to the version of you that's gone. Memories that once soaked my heart rise again and shake me softly. Even if I can't return to that moment, I still stand on that same street, watching the last flicker of light where your time once stayed. Where your time once stayed. Where your time once stayed. I walk down the street where I used to call your name, the one that still holds the sound of us, like a memory trapped in the cracks of the pavement. The rain had stopped an hour ago, but the air was still heavy, still tasting like the night you left. Neon signs flickered above me, their colors bleeding into puddles, blue, red, violet, like every version of you. I tried so hard to forget. I kept my hands in my pockets as if I could hide the pieces of my heart that kept slipping through my fingers. Every store window I passed carried a blurry reflection of myself, a version that still turns around at the sound of your name, even when no one is calling it. It's strange how a single street can feel like both a home and a wound that never closes. Your voice still echoes between these trembling lights, like it never learned how to leave me behind. On the street where I once called your name, your shadow still moves beside mine, even if time has washed us away. The sound of you lingers in every neon reflection. I reach out to the memory of you, knowing I can't hold you yet, unable to stop trying. This street remembers us, even when we don't. The crosswalk where you used to wait for me still flashes its tired red glow, like a heartbeat slowing down. I stand there longer than I should, pretending you're a few steps ahead, pretending you might turn around. Smile, that quiet smile that made me believe we had more time than we really did. A car passes and its headlights scatter the rain water across my shoes. For a moment it feels like the night is trying to wash me clean, but the truth is I don't wanna forget you. Not the way you said my name, not the way our footprints overlapped on this very sidewalk. Some part of me thinks you're still walking somewhere in the city, under a similar sky, feeling the same weight you left inside my chest. Even if the world changed, the street held on to us, and I keep returning, hoping the night will echo you back to me. Yeah. On the street I once called your name, I whisper it again into the cold after rain air. The memory of you ripples through shining puddles at my feet, reminding me of every moment I wasn't brave enough to keep. Maybe you're gone, maybe you're just a shadow of who you were, but here in the neon's quiet glow, songs up as if the night is trying to hide me from myself. Outside the city lights blur into long trembling strokes, blue golden traces of red. Like a painting someone smudged with tired hands, I lean closer, watching my reflection appear and disappear between the haze and the glass, wondering if you ever look at your window and think of me too. There's something about nights like this, something about the quiet after the rain that pulls old memories out of the shadows. I see us walking side by side, your shoulder brushing against mine, your laughter drifting into the dim alleyways like a secret the city still remembers. I reach for the glass, but the warmth of my hand can't clear the fog that settled there, just like the distance I can't clear between us. Through this hazy window, your name rises again in the dim light of the street, like a breath I can't release. In this hazy window glow, I still see the trace of you, soft, trembling, refusing to fade away. Your memory clings to the glass like the breath of a moment that never learned to leave. Even if you're gone, your shadow lingers gently in the blur between the city lights and my aching heart, and my aching heart, and my aching heart. The street below is quiet now, the kind of quiet that makes you hear every heartbeat you try to ignore. Cars pass slowly, leaving trails of white light that bend and break in the reflection of the window. I follow each passing glow like I'm tracing the timeline of everything we lost. I close my eyes and your voice appears immediately, the way you whisper goodnight with a softness that almost felt like a promise, the kind that makes you believe the world won't change overnight, but it did. And now every time I look into the blurred city outside, I feel myself reaching for the version of you that still felt close enough to touch. If I wipe the window clean, will the memory disappear too? Or is this haze the only place you're still real? In this hazy window glow, I let your memory breathe again. The reflections tremble softly as if the night itself is holding on to the part of you I couldn't keep. Maybe we've changed, maybe we're nothing but echoes now. But in the blur of these city lights, you return to me quietly like a truth I wasn't ready to face. And until the fog fades, I'll stay here watching the last light flicker in the place where your shadow used to stand. My footsteps slowed without me even noticing, right here at the corner where we once stopped together just to listen to the rain. The storm had passed, but the street was still soaked with memory. Puddles kept the colors of the neon signs alive, blurring in the streaks of red and blue that tremble like the sound of your voice when you told me we'd be alright. Maybe I believed you too much, Maybe that's why my heart keeps returning to this exact spot, like it's searching for an answer that the night refuses to give. I breathe in the cold air, and it tastes like the quiet sadness of something unfinished. Your name presses against my lips, so hesitant like a question I'm scared to ask again. Every step forward feels wrong, but standing still feels just as heavy. Oh yeah, in this silent corner, your memory holds my feet in place, like the night won't let me move if I'm still thinking of you. Oh, with these steps that stop, I remember every moment you try to stay. Your shadow lingers gently on the wet pavement, and I breathe you in like the quiet after rain. Even if time keeps pushing forward, my heart stays right here, where you left, where I couldn't follow. Yeah. A car passes slowly, its headlights slicing through the reflections on the ground. For a second, I see us again, two silhouettes sharing one umbrella. Your shoulder touching mine in a way that felt like a promise. Funny how the smallest things become the hardest to forget. I walk a few steps trying to convince myself to move on, but the moment I do, the past pulls at my sleeves like a persistent wind. It reminds me of the words you never said, and the ones I never had the courage to give you. If I close my eyes, the echo of your footsteps still walks beside mine. Steady, familiar, warm, I reach out, but find nothing but the cold. Oh, hey, 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 hey. Yeah, there's a truth in the silence. Maybe some roads are meant for two people to walk forever, but the heart, foolish as it is, keeps waiting at the same turn, hoping the night will return what it took. If I move on, will I lose the last piece of you? Or is standing still the only way to remember how we once fit into the same moment? With these steps that stop, I whisper your name one more time, letting it dissolve into the thin after rain air. The lights flicker on the pavement like fading memories trying to stay alive. I know you're gone, I know the night won't bring you back, but here I am, rooted in the place where our past last crossed. And until the weight it lifts, I'll stand in this quiet corner, letting the echo of your footsteps walk through me once more. Yeah. Walk through me once more. There are nights when the past rises slowly, not like a sudden wave, but like dust drifting in the quiet air, catching the dim streetlights in soft trembling patterns. Tonight is one of them. The rain has stopped, yet the city feels soaked with everything I haven't said. I walk with my head down, watching my reflection ripple in the shallow puddles along the road. Each distorted shape reminds me of the parts of myself I left behind with you. The gentle parts, the hopeful parts, the versions that believed in something simple and beautiful. Some memories return loudly, others barely whisper, but all of them come back wearing your shadow. And as I move through the neon haze, I can feel the pieces of you falling back into place inside my chest, one by one, like fragments of a dream I once lived in. These fragments of you float through the night, painting the dark with memories I try to hide. In these fragments of memory, I find you again, soft and complete, but real enough to hurt. Your voice drifts back to me like the echo of a quiet promise, lost in the rain. Even if time has scattered us, your pieces remain, shimmering gently in the corners of my heart.
I pause under a flickering sign. It's red glow brushing my face like a faint reminder of the night you cried in my arms. The world around us has changed, but that moment remains untouched. A frozen frame in the film of my mind. I trace the errors if I could reshape the memories, turning the broken edges into something easier to hold. But the truth is, some things were never meant to stay whole. Some stories are carved from fractures, and maybe that's why
they stay with you longer than the ones that ended clean. I close my eyes and hear the quiet rhythm of your breathing, steady warm, the sound that once felt like home. Now it comes back like distant thunder, soft enough to miss, loud enough to ache. These fragments of memory circle around me, a constellation of moments we never finish. If I gather every piece of us, will you return? Yeah, yeah. Or will I only bleed from holding on to what was never mine to keep? In these fragments of memory, your face flickers in the glow of the city night. I reach out only to watch you fade again, slipping through my fingers like the last drop of rain. Still I hold on, not because you're here, but because the pieces of you still shine in the quiet corners of me. And tonight, under the trembling neon lights, I let those fragments fall gently open. One day I'll learn how to let them go. The night stretches out in front of me like a long unfinished thought. The rain has finally died, but every corner of the city still glimmers with the memory of you. Small, quiet and impossible to hold. I walk past the bookstore where you once waited for me. Your shadow cast long across the pavement by the soft trembling glow of a street lamp. Back then I didn't realize how fragile that moment was. I didn't know a shadow could disappear so easily. Just a step, just a breath, just time pulling us apart without making a sound. Tonight the street feels colder, the lights blink slower, and as the wind brushes past me, I swear it carries the smell of your perfume, the one that lingered on your scarf long after you walked away. Some memories fade gently, but yours leaves behind an ache that moves like a whisper through the spaces we once filled. In the dim glow of neon light, your shadow slips away again, silent, tired, infinite. You were the shadow that faded before I learned how to hold you. In the trembling light of the city, I reach for you, only to touch the cold air. Even if time has pulled us apart, I still chase the remnants of you through reflections on the wet ground, hoping the night will give you back to me. There's a place near the cafe where we used to stop, just to watch people pass. You point at strangers and make up stories about their lives, tiny tales that made the world feel soft and kind. I didn't know then that those small moments would become the ones I'd miss the most. Now I stand there alone, my breath turning to mist as the city exhales around me. Your absence hits hardest in the places where you once felt real. The crosswalk, you dance across a bench where you tied your hair, the narrow alley where you said you wish nights like these could last a little longer, girl. I traced the path of your shadow in my mind, trying to find a place where it disappeared for good. Was it when I stopped listening? Was it when you stopped trying? Or was it simply the way the world moves on, even when the heart refuses to? The truth is, I don't need answers tonight. All I want is to feel your presence just one more time. Not the real you, but the version the night remembers more gently than I ever could. Your shadow fades, but the memory stays. Quiet, clinging to the places you once touched. You were the shadow that faded before I could understand what you meant to me. And now in the soft neon shimmer, I watch the last trace of you slip past my fingertips like a memory afraid to stay. Maybe you're gone, maybe we were only temporary, but here in this silent corner of the night, I still feel the warmth of what we almost were. And until this take loosens, I'll keep looking for you in the spaces between the lines. The place where your shadow disappeared. Yeah. There are words that stay heavy in your chest, the ones you never speak, the ones that wait in silence for the right moment that never arrives. Tonight those words return. The rain has stopped, but the street outside my window still glistens with the last traces of a storm. I'm not sure I survived. I watch the lights ripple across the glass, each reflection bending and breaking like memories that don't know how to stay whole anymore. I trace your name on the fogged surface with my finger, and it feels like touching a bruise, familiar, tender, still aching. You were always the kind of person I wanted to speak honestly to, but the truth is I never learned how to hold my feelings without dropping them. So instead of saying what mattered, I kept quiet, hoping you'd somehow hear the things I didn't know how to say. These words left unsaid cling to the night air, whispering the things I should have given you. These words left unsaid, they echo through me still, soft, trembling, unspoken, but loud enough to hurt. If I could turn back time, I'd tell you everything I held back in fear. But now all that's left is the silence between us, and the after rain carries your name. I remember the night you looked at me with eyes full of questions I couldn't answer. You asked if I was okay, and I nodded, lying because the truth was heavier than my voice could hold. I watched your expression change just a little, like you already knew I was slipping away, even as I stood right beside you. There's a part of me that wonders what would have happened if I told you the truth, and that I was scared of losing you more than anything, that I didn't know how to be enough, that I loved you quietly in ways I never understood until it was too late. Now when I walk the streets alone, I feel those unsaid words pulling at my sleeves, begging to finally be named. The wind carries your memory through the empty alleys, and I swear the city remembers our silence better than I do. Every neon sign feels like a question, every reflected light like a version of the confession I should have given you. And standing here tonight, I can't help but think that maybe you walked away because you were tired of waiting for my heart to speak out loud. Ooh. If I could lift my voice just once more, would it matter? Or would the night swallow the truth like it always has? These words left unsaid, they rise again in the trembling glow of the neon lights. I whisper them into the cold air, but they dissolve before they reach the place where you used to stand. Maybe silence was my mistake, maybe my heart spoke too softly, but tonight I let every hidden truth fall into the gentle after rain breeze. And even if you can't hear me anymore, I'll keep speaking to the quiet version of you that still lingers in the corners of my memory, hoping the words I never said can finally find their way into the night. The alley is quiet tonight, quiet in that unmistakable way that comes after the rain stops and the world forgets how to breathe. I walk slowly, my steps echoing against the damp walls, each sound folding into the narrow space like a secret the night is trying to keep. The ground is glossy with rainwater, reflecting faint colors from a broken neon sign overhead. Red, blue, and a touch of violet bleed into each other like memories blending with the dark. This alley was never special until you walked down it beside me. Now every brick, every dimly lit doorway, every distant hum of the city carries your name like a quiet confession I never learned to speak out loud. And as I reach the end of the street, the air feels heavier, like the past is about to step out from behind the shadows and look me in the eyes. At the end of this wet alley, your memory waits for me, soft as a sigh, sharp as the truth I try to forget. At the end of the wet alley, I see you again, and the trembling light and the echo of my own footsteps. Even if you're gone, your shadow lingers in the place where the rain first whispered your name to me. I close my eyes and breathe you in, hoping the night will let you stay just a little longer.
There's a corner here, barely noticeable, where you won't stop to tie your shoelaces. I tease you for slowing down and you laugh, saying the world will wait for us. Funny how time moves too fast for promises, but too slow for forgetting. I run my fingers along the wall, rough coat still damp from the rain. It feels like touching a memory that hasn't faded yet, one that refuses to let go, even when everything else has. A soft breeze slips through the alley, carrying the familiar scent of wet concrete and old stories. It hits me harder than expected, the realization that some moments don't disappear with the people who left them behind. Some stay lodged in the air, waiting for nights like this to come back to life. I take another step and the alley narrows, pulling me deeper into a place I'm not sure I'm ready to revisit. But the truth is, I'm here because a part of me still wants to find you, hidden somewhere in the shadows, waiting the way I hope you would. If the night carries your voice, let it reach me. If the rain kept your footsteps, let me follow them one last time. At the end of the wet alley, the world feels smaller, just me, the faint neon glow, and the memory of you standing where the rain once fell hardest. I whisper your name into the cool air, watching it fade before it reaches the place you used to stand. Maybe you're gone for good, maybe you became a part of the night I keep chasing. But here in this narrow space between what was and what remains, I'll meet you again, quietly like a truth I never stopped loving.
walked a road where the world once held the shape of you. The same crosswalk, the same trembling neon, the same soft hum of the city that used to settle against your shoulders like a quiet embrace. The rain has stopped, but the air is still thick with the kind of silence that only follows after something breaks. My reflection appears on the wet pavement, stretching and bending with every step I take. And for a moment I imagine yours beside it, small, familiar, a memory kept alive by the city you once loved. I pass a dim cafe window and see the same empty seat where you used to wait for me. You always arrived early, pretending it was just coincidence, but your smile gave you away every time. It's strange how the smallest details become the ones that cut the deepest once they're gone. I inhale, letting the cold night air fill the spaces you left behind. It doesn't hurt as sharply as before, but the ache is still there, it's steady and quiet, moving through me like a shadow I can't outrun. As I pass the memory of you, the night holds its breath, waiting to see if I'll fall apart again. Passing the memory of you, I feel your ghost in every trembling light. Even if the world moved on, your voice still lingers in the soft after rain breeze. I tell myself I'm stronger now, but every street we walk pulls me back to the version of us I still carry inside. Hey. A taxi rushes by, splitting the reflections on the road into dozens of scattered lights. Each one reminds me of a moment I wasn't ready to let go of. Your laugh echoing off the buildings, your hand brushing against mine, your quiet hum. We didn't know how to say what you felt. I walked past a convenience store where we once hid from the rain, sharing a cheap umbrella that barely kept us dry. You said it didn't matter, that sometimes being close was better than staying dry. Back then I didn't understand how rare moments like that were, how easily they fade when people stop choosing each other. The night feels softer now, like it's trying to carry me forward, but every turn, every corner, every flicker of neon reminds me of a version of you who once made the city feel less lonely. And though I know you're not here anymore, the memory of you walks beside me, steady, patient, like a truth I'm not ready to release. If I walk far enough, will your memory fade, or will it follow me gently? Like a light I never learned to walk without passing the memory of you. I whisper your name into the cool after rain night. The sound drifts away slowly, caught by the breeze that once carried your laughter. Maybe I'm healing, maybe I'm still breaking, I can't tell anymore. But as I keep walking, one quiet step after another, I realize something simple: I'm not leaving you behind. I'm carrying forward the version of you that taught me how to feel. And tonight, as the city glows softly around me, I pass the memory of you with a gentle lake, hoping that somewhere you're finding your own way through the after rain
For a moment, just a brief, fragile moment, you stayed long enough for me to believe that the world had paused, that the night had been this quiet rhythm, just to hold the two of us inside a single breath. I still remember how the rain softened into a gentle mist, how the neon lights blurred around your silhouette, like the city was trying to paint you in its softest colors. You looked at me with an expression I couldn't read, a mix of hesitation and hope, like you weren't sure whether to reach for me or to let the moment pass. And I stood there holding my breath, wanting to say something, anything that could make you stay just a little longer. But the words clung to my throat, too heavy, too late, too fragile to survive the silence that wrapped around us. For a moment you stayed, quiet as the breath of the night, warm enough to stay with me forever. For a moment you stayed, and I felt the world settle into something gentle. Your presence held me like a fading melody, soft but unforgettable. Even if you left too soon, the warmth you carried still lingers in my chest, glowing faintly like the last neon light before the city sleeps. Yeah, before the city sleeps. Yeah, there's a bench near the old bridge where we sat that night. You tucked your hair behind your ear, looked up at the cloudy sky and whispered something I couldn't quite hear. Maybe you were talking to the moon, or maybe the rain, but a part of me hoped you were speaking to me, telling me you wished the night wouldn't end. We didn't hold hands, but our shadows did, stretching across the pavement, touching softly before pulling apart again. I replay that moment more times than I admit. 1,000 versions of what if echo through me whenever I walk past that bridge. Yeah, you stayed just long enough to show me what comfort felt like, long enough to make me believe in something steady. And then, like a breeze slipping past my shoulder, you left quietly, gently, as if you didn't want to disturb the night we shared. Yeah. If I had reached for you, would you have stayed longer? Or were you always meant to pass through my life like the rain, brief, beautiful, unrepeatable? For a moment you stayed, and that moment still breathes through every street I walk. In the glow of the dim lights, I see the version of you that once stood beside me, quiet and unsure but real. Maybe we were meant to last, maybe time was never ours, but you gave me a moment that still holds me together on nights like this. So I let the memory rest in the calm after the rain, grateful for the warmth you left, a warmth that returns whenever the city grows silent. For a moment you stayed, and somehow that moment was enough. It's strange how quiet a room can feel when you're waiting for a message that never comes. The rain has stopped earlier tonight, but the sound of it still lingers in my chest. Soft, uneven, like the rhythm of a heart trying not to hope too loudly. I stare at my phone, the screen lighting up my face with the cold, muted glow. Oh, yeah. 1 minute passes, then 3, then an hour, and every second feels like a fragile thread, pulling me back to the night when you said, I'll text you when I get home. You said it so casually, like it was the easiest promise in the world. but promises don't break all at once. They fade slowly like light dying behind a cloud. I walk to the window and press my forehead against the cool glass outside. The street is trembling with reflections of neon signs. Red, blue, violet, the same colors that once danced in your eyes when you laughed at my stupid jokes. And now those colors feel distant, like they belong to a world I can't touch anymore. On the night you didn't answer, even the silence felt heavy, as if the world already knew what I didn't. On the night you didn't answer, I waited for your voice in every flicker of the city lights. Even though I knew you weren't coming back, a part of me kept hoping you'd say my name again. The night stretched around me, cold and quiet, as I held on to a message that never arrived. I replayed our conversations like old tapes. Your laughter crackling softly, your words gentle but never quite enough to reach the places I needed them to. Maybe I asked too much, maybe you asked too little, or maybe we were trying to meet in a space that never existed outside our own hopes. The room grows darker as the night deepens. A single street light casts long shadows on my wall, stretching like unanswered questions. I'm too tired to confront. I think about calling you just to hear your voice, just to know you're still somewhere out there under the same sky. But I stop myself because wanting someone who doesn't reach back is a kind of quiet grief the world doesn't warn you about. I sit on the edge of my bed, phone in hand, thumb hovering over your name. If I send another message, will it reach you? Will it change anything, or will it just drift into the same empty space where all my unreturned feelings go? And yet a part of me still believes that silence isn't final, that maybe you're just tired or busy or scared. But another part knows you stopped answering long before the night. If you ever read my words, know this: I waited because a part of me still believed in us. On the night you didn't answer, I whispered your name into the soft after rain air, hoping the night would carry you to wherever you were. The street shimmered faintly and the silence grew deeper, but I stayed waiting, hurting, trying to hold on to the version of you I didn't want to. So maybe your reply will never come, maybe I'll never know why you drifted away so quietly. But tonight, beneath the dim glow of neon lights, I let the truth settle softly. Some goodbyes arrive in silence, and some nights fade, and without closure.
There's a corner of the city where I still see a smile. Not the faint one you used when you were tired, but the real one, the one that lit up the night like it was something soft and worth holding. It's strange how a place can remember a person even after they're gone. The cracked pavement, the dim street light flickering above, the faint smell of rain clinging to the air, they all feel the same. As the night you stood here with a warmth I didn't realize was slipping away, I retraced the steps to the exact spot you stood back then. Your eyes shimmered in the reflection of the neon lights, and for a moment I thought we had all the time in the world. But even the brightest smile can hide a quiet ache in yours faded so slowly I didn't notice you were already saying goodbye.
In the place where your smile faded, the night still holds its breath, waiting for a warmth that never returned. Where your smile faded, I stand here again, searching for the light you used to carry, even if time has washed you away. The echo of your laughter still trembles in the air. I reach for the memory, soft, fragile, hoping it won't disappear before I say goodbye.
I remember the way your lips curved gently as you tried to hide a sadness you thought I wouldn't notice. You laughed, looked away, and kicked at a loose stone on the ground, pretending nothing was wrong, but the truth was already there. In the way your shoulders slump, in the way your fingers tremble when you brushed your hair aside. You said you were just tired, that the week had been long, but the night understood better than I did. It swallowed your voice with a softness reserved only for goodbyes. Now when I stand here alone, I can almost see the exact moment your smile faltered, a tiny shift barely noticeable, like a flicker of a dying light. And I wonder if you were waiting for me to reach for you, to ask you if you were okay, to hold your sadness before it slipped out of your hands. But I didn't, I stayed silent, thinking we had more nights to figure things out. I didn't know some hearts break quietly, not with a shatter, but with a sigh. You're barely here.
If your smile faded because I didn't see your pain, oh, I'm sorry. I should have held a moment before it slipped away. Where your smile faded, I whisper your name into the cool after rain air. The lights shimmer softly as if they're trying to bring your warmth back, but the truth settles quietly. Some smiles don't return even when the heart calls for them. Still I stand here with the memory of your laughter, letting it rest gently in the corner of this night. And until the ache softens, I'll keep returning to the place where your smile faded. Not to mourn you, but to remember how beautifully you shine before you slipped into the dark.
There was a moment tonight when the rain fell softly, so soft it felt like breath against the edges of the world. I watched it drift down from the glow of the street lamp, each drop trembling as if it carried a story too heavy to hold. I wondered then if my feelings for you were the same, falling, reaching, hoping to touch the surface of something real, only to shatter before they ever reached you. The street was quiet, the kind of quiet that arrives only after the world has run out of things to say. I walked alone through it, listening to the wet air echo memories of us, half formed, half forgotten, but still warm enough to sting. There's a part of me that still reaches for you in small invisible ways, like the rain reaching for the ground even when the wind keeps pushing it aside. I guess some feelings are meant to fall without ever landing. This rain that didn't reach you falls through me instead, quiet, tired, unfinished. The rain that didn't reach you carries every word I couldn't say. Even if you never felt it, I let it fall for you again. Tonight, in the neon shimmer, in the trembling air, I whisper your name like a prayer the sky forgot. I past a familiar corner, the one where you once stood, waiting for me with your hands in your pockets, pretending the cold didn't bother you. You smiled when you saw me running towards you, when I didn't know then that such small moments would become the heaviest ones to remember. Tonight the corner feels hollow, the pavement glistens with leftover rain, but nothing of you remains in the reflection. No warm breath on the window, no soft laugh carried by the wind, just the quiet truth that I missed every chance I had to reach you. I think about the times you tried to tell me something important, your voice small, your eyes searching mine for a place to rest, but I was too wrapped up in the noise of my own storms to notice yours. Maybe that's why you slipped away without a sound, tired of waiting for my heart to break open. The rain begins again, thin and uneven like a confession whispered too late. And I realized no matter how deep my feelings were, they fell in silence, never crossing the distance between us. If my heart was the rain, you were the sky, close enough to touch, too far to hold. There, the rain that didn't reach you still falls inside me, soft and relentless. I let it run down my hands as if I could gather every drop and send them back to you. Tiny echoes of everything I never said, but the truth is simple. Some feelings never land where they're meant to. Some hearts fall quietly like rain, swallowed by the night. Tonight, beneath the trembling neon glow, I release the storm inside me, not to forget you, but to finally accept that my love, like this rain, never reached the place where you stood.
The rain light hits the pavement like a quiet memory falling apart. Soft, trembling, painting the streets with colors that shift. Every time I blink I step into the glow, and the ground beneath me still holds the faint outline of footsteps we once left together, side by side, like we were walking toward a future we thought we could hold. I crouched down for a moment, touching the wet asphalt, as if I could feel the warmth our footsteps used to carry. But the night has washed them thin, only faint curves, barely visible shadows of what once felt so certain. I walk slowly, following the dim trail that's already slipping away. The further I go, the more the footsteps blur, mixing with the shimmering colors of the neon lights above. It feels like watching the past dissolve in real time, quietly, softly, the asking for permission. And as I move deeper into the shine, and as I move deeper to the street, I suddenly realize I'm not following your steps anymore. I'm chasing a ghost of something long gone. In the rain lights trembling glow out, footsteps fade, as if the night is erasing us gently. Fading footsteps in the rain light, I watch them disappear just like you did, even if the world forgets us. The echo of your steps still moves beside me. I reach for the memory, fragile and warm, hoping it won't vanish before my heart does. Yeah. There's a bend in the road where your steps used to slow, where you turned me with a half smile and ask if I wanted to walk a little longer. I always say yes, thinking the night would last forever, but forever is a strange word.
It only means something until the moment it ends. I stop at that familiar curve now, watching the last traces of your footsteps bleed into the wet ground. A car passes, its headlights scatter in the rain light and swallowing the marks completely. And just like that, the place where you once walked belongs to the night again. It hits me harder than I expect. The realization that footsteps don't disappear all at once. They fade slowly, like a soft apology, like a love that tried its best but couldn't survive the weight of silence. I step forward and hear only my own echo, a lonely sound, empty but steady, like a heart learning to beat without its missing half. I wonder if your steps sound different now. Lighter, freer, far from the streets that still hold me hostage. If footsteps could speak, would yours call me back or beg me to finally let you go? Fading footsteps in the rain, light is dead in the glow. Where our eyes once crossed, the colors tremble softly, washing away the last trace of who we were. Maybe you're gone, maybe you're just a shadow walking a different road, but here in the shimmering after rain night, I feel the echo of you last time. As the footsteps fade completely, I breathe out slowly, not to forget but to release the weight of trying to hold something already gone. And tonight, beneath the trembling neon sky, I take a step forward into the part of the street where your footsteps no longer reach.
There's a moment right before the rain stops, a moment when the world feels as if it's holding its breath. The air becomes heavier, the colors blur together, and the city seems to whisper that something is ending. Tonight, I found myself standing beneath the last streetlight, still fighting against the storm. Its glow flickered through the falling drops, casting trembling reflections onto the wet pavement. And in that fragile light, I saw you, not the real you, but the memory that refuses to fade with the years. Your silhouette appeared in the shimmer of the rain, soft, familiar, like the echo of a dream I've woken from too many times. For a moment, I forgot that you were gone for a moment. The night felt like the past was reaching out to touch me again, but memories lie gently and illusions break quietly. One gust of wind and the image of you shattered across the pavement, leaving me alone with the truth I keep avoiding. Under the last light in the rain, I meet the version of you I never got to say goodbye. Oh, yeah. The last light under the rain holds your shadow softly flickering, trembling, too delicate to keep. Even if you're gone, your warmth lingers in the glow that almost reached me. I breathe your name into the fading storm, hoping it finds the part of you I couldn't hold. I take a step forward, and the light stretches my shadow across the ground, long distorted, just like the distance that grew between us. I think about the night you stood under a similar glow, your hair damp from the drizzle, your lips parted as if you were about to tell me something important, but the words never came. And maybe that's why every unfinished sentence still echoes through me like a quiet regret I can't escape. You always said the rain made the city softer. I didn't understand it then, but I do now. Because tonight the world feels less sharp, less cruel, as if the storm is trying to hide my mistakes beneath
this heavy breath. A bus passes in the distance, sending ripples through the puddles. Each ripple carries a memory. Your voice calling my name, your hand brushing mine. The way your smile disappeared before I noticed you were slipping away. I wanna chase the memories, but they move faster than the heart can follow. And soon, even those ripples fade. If this is the last night that remembers us, let it shine just long enough for me to say what I never said. The last light under the rain dims slowly, painting the night with the remnants of you. I reach out but the glow recedes, carrying your shadow back into the darkness where I can't follow still. There's a softness in the air, a tenderness left behind from the moments we almost kept. Maybe you're gone, oh, maybe you belong, oh, to another life now. But here, in the final shimmer of the storm, I let myself feel you one last time. And when the rain stops and the light goes out, I stand quietly beneath the empty sky, holding the warmth you left behind in the glow. In the glow of the last light under the rain.
There's a sidewalk in the city I still avoid when I can. Not because it's broken, not because it's dark, but because it's the place where you let go of my hand for the last time. The rain had only just stopped that night, leaving the stones slick with reflections of passing lights. Your fingers slipped from mine so slowly, I didn't even realize we were already drifting apart. I thought you were adjusting your bag or wiping the drizzle from your sleeve. I didn't know you were teaching your heart how to walk without me. I replay that moment often, wondering if the cold I felt was the night air or the first sign that you were leaving. Maybe it was both, maybe the world knew before I did. On the sidewalk where you let go, the night still trembles, holding the echo of your fading one. Ooh. On the sidewalk where you let go, I feel your absence in every breath of the cold air. Even if time has carried you far, your warmth lingers between my fingers like a memory afraid to fade. I walk the path alone, tracing the moment you slipped away. There was a lamppost nearby. Its light flickered like it was unsure whether to stay or disappear. You stood beneath the shadow stretched long behind you, eyes lowered, voice quiet. You said, I'm just tired, but your tone felt heavier than the rain-soaked sky above us. I didn't know how to ask what you were tired of. Me, us, the weight of something we never named. The silence between us grew like a fog, thick and cold, until the only thing left was the shiver in your hands as you pulled away. Cars passing and ripples of light over the stones between us. The moment felt suspended, a fragile thread stretching too far. When you finally looked at me, your eyes had the softness of someone who loved, and the distance of some already leaving. You didn't say goodbye, you didn't have to. Your hand said it for you. If I had held on tighter, would you have stayed? Or were you already too far for me to reach? On the sidewalk where you let go, I whisper your name into the trembling night. The neon lights flicker softly, casting broken colors over the stones where we stood. Maybe we were meant to meet here
As I stand in this quiet place, your warmth returns like a memory too gentle to lose. And even though you're walking a different road now, a part of me remains on the sidewalk where you let go. Yeah, not longing for you to return, but remembering how it felt before your fingers slipped away. There's a place in this city where I last heard your voice, or maybe I didn't. The rain was falling too hard, thick and uneven, like the sky was trying to drown every word you tried to say. When we stood beneath the trembling awning, the kind that offers shelter but never warmth. Water dripped from the edges, tracing cold lines down your coat, and every drop seemed to echo with things I wasn't ready to hear. You looked at me with eyes that carried a quiet exhaustion. Yeah, your lips moved soft, uncertain, but the rain swallowed your voice before it reached me. I remember leaning closer, trying to catch the sound, but all I heard was the storm breathing between us. Sometimes I wonder if you were saying goodbye right then, right there, and I just didn't hear it until it was far too late. Where the rain hit your voice, I still stand, searching the silence for echoes of what you tried to say. Where the rain hit your voice, I lost you quietly. Your words dissolved into the sound of the storm, yeah, leaving me with a silence I couldn't understand. If I had heard you then, maybe we wouldn't be strangers under this trembling light. Yeah, I walk past that place sometimes, the narrow corner near the old record shop, where puddles gather like small mirrors holding pieces of forgotten nights. The world hasn't changed much, but I have, and the memory of you there still clings to me like the smell of wet pavement. After the rain, I replay that moment. Every time the sky darkens, your face, your trembling hands, the way your breath mingle with the mist. I ask myself what truth you were carrying, what sorrow you were trying to give shape to. You said my name once, barely audible, as if it weighed too much to lift into the air. I heard that part, just my name, nothing else. And maybe that's why I didn't realize the rest of your words were goodbye. If I close my eyes now, I can almost hear you. Not clearly, not fully, but in fragments that drift through the night like broken echoes, searching for a home. The rain was your veil, your shield, your final curtain closing slowly between us. If your voice returns in the quiet after the storm, I'll listen, even to the words I was once afraid to hear. Where the rain hit your voice, I whisper mine into the night, hoping it finds the version of you who stood there with trembling hands. The neon reflection shimmered softly, bending and folding as if trying to carry your words back to me. Maybe you meant to stay, maybe you meant to leave. Maybe your voice was the one truth I wasn't ready to understand. And tonight, as waiting for the echo of the goodbye I never heard. I never heard.
There's a drawer in my room that I don't open often. Not because I've forgotten it, but because I remember it too well. Inside are letters you never sent, some sealed, some half-written, some only a few lines long before the ink trails off. Like your thoughts were too heavy to finish. I run my fingers over the wrinkled envelopes. The edges softened by time, and I can almost feel the warmth of your hands lingering on them. You always said you weren't good with words, but these letters prove otherwise. They're heavy, not with sentences, but with the silence you carried in place of them. Tonight I take one out and sit by the window. The rain taps gently against the glass, soft and rhythmic, as if urging me to read what you couldn't say. These letters you never sent still whisper your name, quiet, trembling, afraid to fade. Letters you never sent still echo through my hands. Even though your voice is gone, your thoughts breathe softly between the lines. If I close my eyes, I hear the words you couldn't bear to speak. Maybe they were meant for me, or maybe they were your way of letting go. I unfold another page and the handwriting shakes like your heart was struggling to stay steady. You wrote about the night we argued under the neon lights, the rain pouring so hard that even our anger felt drowned. You said you weren't sure how to tell me that you were scared. Scared of losing yourself, scared of losing us, scared of what love was turning you into. Another letter is only 3 lines long. I'm trying, I don't know how to stay, but I don't know how to leave either. Those words cut deeper than anything you ever said out loud. You always thought silence was kinder than truth, but silence is its own kind of goodbye. And these letters, these fragile confessions, show me a version of you I never got to know. A version that loved me quietly, but didn't know how to survive it. I wonder how many times you said with a pen in your hand, wanting to bridge the distance, but afraid your words would break us further. I wonder how many goodbyes you rehearsed alone before the real one finally came without warning. If your letters find me now, I'll hold them gently, as if each word is a piece of you. Trying to return letters you never sent, lie open in my hands, the ink softened by the passing years. I trace each line like a fading heartbeat, feeling your presence in every unfinished thought. Maybe you wrote them to stay close, maybe to let go, or maybe you never meant for me to read them at all. But tonight as the rain settles into a quiet hum, I gather your words like fragile memories, the last pieces of you that time couldn't erase. And while the world outside keeps moving without us, I hold your unsent letters against my chest, grateful and aching, knowing they're the closest thing to your truth I'll ever have.
There's a place we once promised we'd go back to, a small bench near the edge of the river where the lights of the city reflected like scattered memories floating across the water. I walked past it at night, the rain had softened, barely more than a mist, but the air still clung to my coat like it remembered your touch. The bench looked smaller than I remembered, or maybe it was just me standing there without you, trying to fit myself into a moment that no longer belonged to us. You said, let's come back here someday. Your voice low as if speaking too loudly, break the fragile peace between us. I agreed without thinking, believing we'd always have another night, another chance, another version of us that didn't fall apart in silence. But promises don't survive on hope alone, and someday never came for us. In the place we didn't return to, your shadow lingers, soft as a fading breath, warm as a memory I still hold. The place we didn't return to still carries our echoes, quiet and trembling in the after rain. And even if time has drifted far from what we were, I feel you here in the broken lights, in the soft wind. Space beside me.
I sit on the bench, running my hand over the worn wood. The years have carved their own stories into it. Scratches, initials, forgotten promises left by strangers who probably never kept them. I wonder if we were any different. I remember the night we laughed here when the city lights made your eyes glow in a way I still dream about. You tucked your knees up, resting your head on them, and said the river felt like a place where time paused. You were right, it paused for us then. It just never did again. The wind shifts, bringing the faint scent of rain-soaked stone. It reminds me of the conversations we never finished, the questions we never answered, the endings we never faced. Maybe we were afraid, maybe we thought avoiding the truth would keep us whole, but all it did was turn the place we loved into a monument to everything we lost. I exhale slowly, watching my breath blend with the night, and in that fragile cloud I see the version of you I still miss, the one who believed we'd return someday, the one who looked at me like I was enough. If we had gone back together, would it have saved us, or would we have learned we were already gone? The place we didn't return to holds the ghost of our last promise. I whisper your name into the quiet air, watching it drift across the water.